time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The give to the tailback. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Guys, let's talk about Syracuse. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
With the catch, it's Cook.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive way to convert this third down. Wants to throw. It's Abraham. Back open in the middle. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. He might want another play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. It's done. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
On third down, he drops to throw. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give to the back. Shakes off the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Harrell. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Harrell. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on second and long. Dropping back, it's Abraham. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
The sure hands, it's Cook. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
That's a good example of why location on throws is so important. It's third down, and if the quarterback just puts that in a better spot, his player can catch it and advance it and maybe get the first, but because he killed his receiver's momentum because of the poor throw, the defense was able to rally and make a stop.
And it's no good. He missed it. So after the missed kick, it's still 3-0.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Under fire. Get it out on the screen. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Right on the money. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, I just can't find any answers.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Looking to pass. It's Abraham. Quick completion on the out. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Finds his man. It's McFadden. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Syracuse lines up on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Used the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's done. Works the middle of the field. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards.
There he goes. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bomb.
Got some room in under the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
To the ground. He's got it again. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Abraham. Got a man. It's McFadden. At midfield, he's got room. Turning it on. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
Trying play action. Fears the pressure. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Syracuse. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, but hold on to the ball until the guy comes open. You feed him and get the 6.
Carolina, 17, Syracuse, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the ground, it's Reeder. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To throw, it's done. Got his man. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Skips away from pressure. Got a little space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tar Heels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got his man on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking for a gap. It's Reeder. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll immediately call timeout. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Back to throw, it's done. Going for 6. Touchdown, UNC! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Syracuse, 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's done. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play.
Touchdown, North Carolina! And the beatdown has ensued.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Abraham. Got his man quickly. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is...
He's going for a big play downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers and he's been productive and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. Wants to adjust the pattern. Snap from the gun on third down. Finds tight end. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Reeder. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
The Tar Heels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Tar Heels! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. All wideouts, no backs. Scanning the field, it's Abraham. Here's a hit. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hit as he throws. Catch in the middle, it's Reeder. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Now on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UNC!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. To the air, it's Abraham. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Fires it. Pulls it in. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Creates a little room. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Finds a man in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Back to pass, it's done. Here comes the heat. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hodges. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Looking downfield, it's Abraham. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Fires to the wideout. The short hands, it's Cook. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He turns it loose to the left. He's got it at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Pulls it in. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Abraham. Quick completion on the out route. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Caught near the sticks. It's McFadden. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Orange. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He gets it in there for the 2, and they'll chop a couple off that lead. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. All the way back to the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Back to throw, it's Abraham. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Unloads it left. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Under fire. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Dances away to buy time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
I think on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.